My mother canceled my birthday for his new boyfriend's promotion. She was livid when I chose my dad over her. My mother told me on Wednesday that my birthday party was canceled, not rescheduled, canceled. It was supposed to be on Saturday at a restaurant I'd picked out months ago. My friends had already said yes. I'd sent invitations. She said her boyfriend had gotten a promotion, and they were flying out to celebrate with his family instead. She said it was a big deal, and she couldn't miss it. I asked her if we could do something when she got back, and she said maybe, but probably not because they'd be traveling for 2 weeks. You can celebrate whenever, she said, like a birthday was just any other day. It's not that important. I was 14. It felt important to me. I told her I wanted to stay with my dad instead. He lived 40 minutes away, and I saw him every other weekend. She said absolutely not. I was staying with her, and I was going to be mature about this. She said I was being selfish and that her happiness mattered too. I said I never asked her to put my happiness first, but maybe don't promise things and then break them. She told me I was too old to be this upset about a party. So I called my dad and asked if I could come stay with him that weekend. He picked me up Friday afternoon and didn't ask many questions when I explained. He just listened and then said, "Let's figure out what you want to do." We went to my favorite restaurant on Saturday, just the two of us. It wasn't a party with my friends, but it was something. He'd gotten me a gift even though he had no warning. We came back to his apartment and watched movies, and he let me pick whatever I wanted. On Sunday night, my dad asked if I wanted to stay with him for a while. He said my mom had called him angry, saying I was making her look bad and that I needed to come home. He said he wasn't going to force me either way, but the offer was there. I said yes. I wanted to stay. My mom showed up at his apartment on Monday afternoon, furious. She demanded I come home right now. She said I was being manipulated and that my father was turning me against her. My dad stayed calm and said I was welcome to stay, but ultimately it was my choice. I said I wanted to stay with him. My mother's face turned red. She said I was ungrateful and that I had no idea what she sacrificed for me. She said if I chose him, then I was choosing to hurt her deliberately. She said he was putting ideas in my head. She said I was being cruel. My dad asked her to leave. She refused. She stood in his living room and told me that if I didn't come with her right then, she would make sure I never saw him again. She said she'd take everything to court and she'd win because she had custody. She said she'd make my life miserable. I didn't move. My dad told her to leave again, and this time he walked toward the door. She left, but she was screaming the whole way down the stairs that I was making the biggest mistake of my life. Things moved fast after that. My dad hired a lawyer. My mom tried to file for full custody, but the court appointed someone to talk to me about what I wanted. I told them everything. About the canceled birthday, about her saying it wasn't important, about her threatening me, about how my dad actually listened. The lawyer told my dad the case was straightforward. My mom had shown a pattern of neglect and made threats in front of a witness. The custody arrangement changed. I stayed with my dad most of the time. My mom got every other weekend. She had to pay child support because my dad made less money than she did. She called him angry about it. She said I'd ruined her life and that he'd brainwashed me into being ungrateful. She said I'd cost her money and a promotion opportunity because she'd had to deal with legal stuff. She said this was all my fault, but she said this to my dad, not to me. After the first weekend visit, she tried to be nicer, but it felt fake, like she was performing being a good mother instead of actually being one. She asked me about school and my friends, but didn't really listen to the answers. She kept checking her phone. On the last day of that weekend, she told me she'd met someone new, and they were getting serious. She said she hoped this wouldn't affect our relationship. I told her it wouldn't, and it didn't, because our relationship had already been affected. It had already broken. Some things you can't fix by pretending they never happened.